And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your favorite game. Who's that douche canoe?
Who's that douche canoe? What you gonna do? Who's that douche canoe? What you gonna do? When the douche canoe comes after you, what you gonna do? Who's that douche canoe? It's on the Monte Cristo. Karen von Munchausen. Lady Godiva. Reed Richards. Where's the douche canoe of the day? Yes! There is transparency! Come on, man. He's one of the best. Come on, you gotta love Bay Area, man. Let me tell you something. The best thing about Bay Area transparency is his smell. He smells like Glenn cereal. Nah, seriously, Glenn smells better than him. I mean, wait. I don't know nothing about that. Hey, man, yesterday was Robbie Van Zant's birthday or something like that. As was saying, that guy from Molly Hatchet, or what's that band? That rock and roll band that played the Southern rock music. What do they call it? I don't know, man. Is Highway Star here? Anyway, I pooped on your records again, but they were already dirty. I love it. Oh, yeah. The Will Smith Orchestra. That's the name of his band, right, Oh, Leonard Skinner. Alright, I guess that's that. Alright, so anyway, you guys are buttholes, and I'm out of here. Bye. At least I didn't get smacked. Ow! Heck, Nabbit has. Hello,
Hello. How you doing, Minnie Has? He's grumpy because when I wake up before him. What? You know what I'm going to tell him? All right, I won't tell him. He doesn't like waking up and I'm in the other room and then he's alone in bed and he feels scared and lonely. And I understand that. I don't like waking up alone either. Who does? Nobody. Anyway, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Holy crap, hammer sandwich sauce. Let's see who's here. Greg Jonick was first. Hey, let's throw a happy dance to Greg Jonick. All right, yes. Highway Star was number 2. Hey, what you gonna do? Paul Cohen was third. He said, yo, my peeps, you hood. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, Highway Star, Greg Jonick, who else is here? Uh-oh. We got David Parsons. Looks like he's got the first joke of the day. If a frauditor and a sovereign citizen were both drowning and you could only save one of them, what would you do? Go to lunch or read the newspaper? Oh, that's bad. Kingston 2000 said, good morning, all. Good morning to you, too. That's everybody. That's alias. Oh, my goodness gracious me. We got Highway Star, David Persons. Let's see who else. Greg Jonick. P. Barnes II. There he is. The man himself, the myth, the legend. Yes. And then we got Terry Barnes. Say, God bless you too, sir. All right, let's see. P. Barnes II. Highway Star. Who else is here? LaDonna Rogers is here. What's up? Good to see ya as always. Hooray. And Sirloin, yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show on this beautiful. It's Thursday already. Holy crap, hammer sandwich sauce. This week is going by so fast. It's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Woo-wee, we got a quick week this week. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to next week. Like, I sit here and I talk about how cold it is, but Monday and Tuesday are supposed to be like below zero without the wind chill. So, oh, joy. I can't wait for next week. Anyway, you're gonna have yourselves a frozen hezokuai sandwich. I'll tell you what. Well, I don't know, whatever. So what's going on? Not too much, yesterday I worked all day as always. I came back here. Mini Hez was here. We went to the laundromat. I love you, boy. We went to the laundromat and just we ended up spending it takes about an hour at least to do laundry, so we spent a good amount of time there. It's weird because it's like when it's this cold out and there's nothing going on and I don't have a car, there's not much to do. Going to the laundromat is a thing, it's like, hey, we're doing something, so it was a lot of fun. It was actually kind of cool. Nope, Gen X is here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe. But so anyway, yeah, we oh yeah, they could see you. Here, let me move the camera. There you go. You're off camera now. Or you could go put some clothes on or something. Well, I mean, he's not naked, but I mean, he doesn't have a shirt on. I don't know if YouTube would be crazy about that. Little kid with no shirt. So, let's see. Good morning, has an all rash. By a jumper, you wimp. What? I'm not a wimp. It's cold out there. You don't know anything about that. You live in the UK. The coldest you guys ever get is like I'd be outside in shorts and a t-shirt. You get cold out there, but not that cold. Not like us. Not like the Wisconsin where I'm at. 20 below zero Fahrenheit. What do you guys call that? 287 Celsius or something? I don't know. No, I think it's a 30-degree difference, isn't it? Like approximately 32 degrees, I think. Yeah, because you call it zero when water freezes, and we call it 32 when water freezes. So it's a 32-degree difference. So zero by us would be negative. No, 30 would be negative 32 by you. So we're talking about what you would call like negative 60. I don't know. What's up, Chuck? No, wrong one. Yeah. All right, good to see you. It's 20 in Australia. Yeah, see, it's probably 20 Celsius, which is, maybe not that bad. I don't know. I don't know Celsius. I don't know Fahrenheit. Well, I know Fahrenheit. I don't know. What's that other system you guys use? The metric system. Unless we're talking about football, then I know yards. 3 feet is a yard. And you're trying to go 10 yards. It's 30 feet. Mr. Thomas says, hey, morning has happy belated 65th birthday. Question for you. What has more lives than a cat? A frog. Because they croak every day. All right, Lexi Ann. Hey, all, Lexi, good to see you. 100 Celsius equals 212 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's why I can't figure it. Because it seems to me logical that if what we call 32 is what they call zero, then it should be 32 degrees different. But it's not, because it's not degrees Celsius. It's degrees Fahrenheit. yeah, 32 degrees Fahrenheit but it's not. So I need a slide rule or something. or you could just Google it. That's what's good about the internet, I guess. Uh, anyway, that's like when I at my work. A lot of times people will ask me like, what the city of Kenosha or whatever, what their rules and regulations are as far as like getting their vehicles registered and things like that. And it's always hard to answer the question because every time I ask the state, like you want a frauditor to do something, have the state explain it to them. Because like some people will be like, oh well, it's every other year, unless you bought your car on a even number year. But then if it's an odd number year, but then when if it's a 2004 or later, or if it's a 19, it's a freaking spreadsheet, and they got to figure out pi and do all that. Just look, do I get it done every year or not? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. So we got 40 below. What's up? I was on time for the croaking frog. That's right. That's what matters the most. Anyway, let's see. Where are we going to start the show this morning? Oh my goodness gracious me. Well, I was looking at a couple things. Let me ask you guys what you think. I was looking a little outside the box. I haven't played any Nightcap for a while, and I got an interesting. It looks like we got an interesting Nightcap video, and I haven't played one of his in a bit. So I thought maybe we check out some of the Nightcap. Oh, Gator Saw, what's up? Is this onto right? Is this and to right thing? And to. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show. All right. Oh, look at it. See, you got to do math. Fahrenheit equals 9/5 times Celsius plus 32. Thanks for the heads up. I'll make sure I never remember that again. Anti-rights, I meant. Is this an anti-rights thing? What is the guy talking about the difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit and how to convert the two have anything to do with anyone's rights? It's weird. It's a weird question. All right, let's see. 40 below is colder than any of us. Well, that's good. Good to know. So anyway, like I say, it's been a long time since I've done anything with the Nightcap. When I did the Saturday show, I had him booked as a guest, and he couldn't make it. But he's always been a friend of the channel. So let's go ahead and check out one of his videos. We haven't seen anything from him in a while on this channel. So let's go ahead and watch the Nightcap, ladies and gentlemen. See what he's got for us. All right.
G'day everyone, it's the Captain. Welcome back to the channel. A big thank you, of course, to each and every one of you that like and subscribe to these videos and you share them around the world with all of your buddies, all of your pals, and all of your mates. And as...
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Real quick before we get into it. This guy looks like he's still trying to figure out what's going on. This is somebody who's new to the channel. Let's see. I was curious if this is against auditing the government. No, not at all. We're against scumbags and thugs and punks and tyrants treating people like dirt for YouTube profit by exploiting their images on their YouTube channel to get paid. We're against that, but we're not against auditing the government. Not at all. Let's see. Hey, Society Reds in the house. What's up? Ooh, all right. Yeah. Oh yeah, Alberta, Canada gets really cold. -40. Yeah. The captain's commentary is hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna get back to the video and see what he's got to say. Anyway, let's see. Back to it.
The voice of the voiceless. Let me tell you about today's video. Today, we are looking at a silly Billy stupid face who goes by the name The Random Patriot, despite the only random thing about him is which one of his boy toys gets the Wii in his hands first. Anyway, this cocky McSucker and his band of brain-dead frauditors have a massive hard-on for the local law enforcement of Dover City in Arkansas. So much so that they will do anything to get their attention. Well, apart from make good decisions, hygiene, and move out of mum's basement, but they do love filming themselves more than Lizzo loves wearing leotards, and they got a tad upset when their game of who gets jail penis first was crowned a winner as their friend Cowboy All Hat No Cattle received some silver bracelets the other day for being dumber than giving Ronald McDonald a reach around. Let's look at his arrest first, shall we?
But you didn't ask me. You didn't ask me that. You didn't ask that. It doesn't. You can just get out.
I'm telling you,
come back the
you're not gonna curse if I place you with a jail. Freedom of speech. You're under arrest. Disorderly conduct.
I'm saying freedom of speech.
Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, tough on you. All right. Yeah, I said you guys get out.
Oh, now you're telling us to get out.
I'm publicly.
Okay. Videotaping.
I am.
Videotaping right there.
You're not walking up on me while I'm arresting somebody.
Okay, well, we're gonna stand back, but this is public property, buddy.
It is.
I'm taking your bags, bud.
Scotty, how's it feel to be out of jail, boy?
Like a free bird.
Oh yeah, what'd they do to you in there?
It's not a motherfucking thing except for make me some more money.
Explain to these people what the fuck they did.
Violated my civil rights to freedom of speech. Put me in jail for saying get the fuck off of me.
It's all on tape. It's coming out.
That's all it takes.
The Dover Marshal.
I asked him if he wanted to keep his job and his pension, and evidently he didn't because he put me in jail for it. So now I'm coming for his job and his pension. He ain't gonna have neither one of them when I get done. And chief of police better hope like hell I don't come for him because he was sitting there the whole time.
Damn it.
You've got to fucking love the confidence of a frauditor, don't you? It's almost the same level of confidence some females have when they wear white pants. Ladies out there will hear that joke and think to themselves, you know what? He's right. You got done for being a frisky frog fuck and your go-to move is talking a big game about taking the marshal's badge and pension? Fucking righto, mate. You have the same chance in that happening as your bum chum filming has in not moaning every time he wipes his asshole. And why the fuck are you dressed like a farmer that has low blood sugar? The only thing you've ever farmed is fucking hand jobs from the unemployed. And we all know that you're at your sister's house as well. We all fucking go there twice a year for the Come On Her Gums Festival. Have you ever thought about taking medical advice from Joe Rogan? It's just a thought. Fuck, I really want you to come to my funeral. That way people in attendance will be fucking jealous that I'm the one that's dead. Now, because cock-in-the-eye Joe has told all of his buddies how good jail sex is, they've decided to go down the street and try and score some for themselves.
This guy right here on the left in the cowboy hat, he was arrested for saying the F word inside the city hall. And then he was just threatened with arrest again for using a middle finger. All by Captain Lillard. So this is for you, Captain Lillard. Let's go look in Captain Lillard's car. He's got a cell phone in there, some kind of notepad. What does that notepad say? Yep. Captain Lillard's a bitch. Captain Lillard's a coward. I never touched your car, son. I never touched your car, son. I'm not gonna have to do shit, son.
Huh?
I'm not doing shit.
Okay. Don't you touch the car.
I never
okay?
touched it.
Matter of fact, just go ahead and step away.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm straight.
Yeah.
You're a coward, by the way.
Yeah.
You arrest people for saying.
Well, you know what? It's disorderly conduct.
No,
if you
it's
say
not.
it in the right context,
No, it's not.
in the right place.
No, it's not.
Dude,
I promise you, it's not. Can I tell you a couple things that?
well, listen,
don't look
I know the case law on it. Okay?
Oh, what is it then? Well, then why'd you arrest someone over if you know the
Because
case
it's in a
law?
public place.
It's
okay?
allowed to be. Cohen versus
All right.
California was in a city
All right.
hall. Cohen versus California was in a city
Anyway,
hall.
hey,
You dumbass.
Have
You
your
ignorant piece of shit who arrests free Americans for saying.
back off.
Who arrests free Americans for saying.
back, buddy. You better just
You better back off.
You threatening them?
Get out of my face. Get out of my face, you coward.
Dude, I'm here. You're here.
You step to me. You step to me. You have bad breath. Get the fuck out of my face.
Nice, ain't it?
You're a coward little bitch. You are a coward,
Bring it, man.
anti-American bitch.
You don't even
You're
know.
anti-freedom. You ain't
Hey, why
nothing.
do y'all hate? Why y'all hate on
You
cops?
ain't nothing, dude.
Yeah.
Because
No,
you don't
I
follow
like
the law.
I don't like.
Hey, I gave you.
Like you.
Listen, do you want to give me the opportunity to have a conversation?
How quickly do you think his dinner plate-sized asshole just puckered up? He has chosen the wrong law enforcement officer to fucking play kiss and tell with because Marshall Twisted Sister Fister hasn't come outside to fuck spiders. He is more than happy to show the Shit Circus 5 how quickly he doesn't give a fuck. He was just inside the station reading the paper and laughing at the obituaries, just hoping a team of handicaps would come and play. So you best protect your throats, you jizz boats, before he punches them so hard that your nana sends him a thank you fruit basket. Fucking see what happens when you don't tease the soulless ginger kid at school good enough? I mean, if you don't go hard on them, they don't off themselves and they become as useless as a nun's nipple ring. Fucking, isn't there an empty Mountain Dew Code Red bottle that you should be spitting your dip into somewhere?
Lillard,
Real conversation.
look up Cohen versus California.
I appreciate your
Look up
advice. there, buddy.
Terrerage versus Fort Smith. Terrerage versus Fort Smith, right here in Arkansas. You dumbass. You're a loser. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. Loser bitch right here. Loser bitch.
You know what? I've been wondering about. I've been thinking about. I've watched these videos all the time, and I've been thinking about this. Like, one, where do these guys learn language? Because it seems like the type of person who's willing, without even thinking about it, to run towards the fire. The person who's willing to run towards the burning building and inside the burning building. The guy who's willing to run towards the gunfire, right, is the coward. And the brave guy is the person hiding behind the camera who knows that a cop can't do anything because they'll get in trouble, they'll get fired, going up to somebody they know. So the person who goes up to someone who they know can't retaliate, who knows that the person can't do anything, they're brave because they're willing to approach someone who they know can't do anything about it. They're brave. But the people who run into a burning building or who will run into, save people's lives, run towards the gunfire, they're the cowards. I don't understand how these people think that you guys are cowards. Why? What did they do that was cowardice again? Well, they arrested me. Oh, see, that's always the thing with every one of these guys. It's never that they expose these cops for doing something wrong. Every time they expose someone, they expose them for arresting them. It's like, I got caught, so they're the bad guys for catching me. My favorite example of that is Craig Hendry. I'm a drug dealer who got caught dealing drugs. But it was just pot, so it's okay. It's like, but where you live, that's illegal, and you were. He's flat out saying, I was dealing drugs. I got caught dealing drugs. How dare these horrible, evil, rotten, no good pigs lock me up for being a drug dealer dealing illegal drugs? Like, they cannot take any responsibility for their own actions at all. You want to fight the marijuana laws in your state, there's ways about that. You can vote, you can go, there's a proper way, especially because the laws for that have been getting looser and looser lately. There's tons of resources for that specific point, that specific series of laws, marijuana laws, that specifically have ways to fight them. Just breaking them because you just don't care isn't the way to do it. And then trying to get paid on YouTube by going to an active shooting. That was a big thing when Craig Hendry got in trouble, that and pleading guilty to assault towards a woman. Oh, a woman beater and a drug dealer. And how dare those cops bust me for doing things that I admit that I did. And that's always the thing with all of these guys. With all these guys, I use Hendry as an example just because it happened recently and he's in prison right now and it reminds me of it. But just the whole thing with all of these guys, it's never anything that they did that they got caught. It's always they're cowards, they're scumbags, they're tyrants because they caught me. And it's never something they did wrong. It's always something they did to them. They trespassed me. I'm exposing them for their tyranny and their evil behavior. Why? Because they trespassed the trespasser. No, because they trespassed you, and you don't like it when it's on you. So they're all bad because something happened to you, because you can't take responsibility for your own actions. Grow a pair, be a man, and say, look, I screwed up, I got caught. No, so I screwed up, but they caught me. They're the bad guys for catching me. Chef M80, what's up? I'm a political prisoner. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. He admits that he did these crimes, but he's a political prisoner.
Anti-American, anti-freedom, loser bitch, arrest people because they said a bad word in public. Who the does that besides a loser like you?
Get a job.
Get a job. How about you get a different job because you don't know how to do it? Do it again, motherfucker, and watch what happens. You're done. You're done. Keep waving, bro. You're done. It's over for you. It's over for you. You're done. Keep driving, you coward.
Now look at that text on screen. He's driving over to where we're parked as a form of intimidation. That's just text on screen. That's just the Frauditor's opinion. We don't know that he's doing that to intimidate him. And this is another thing that I hear from a lot of these guys that kind of drives me nuts is when they say things like, well, you just wanted me to see if I have any open warrants. Right, because if you do, I need to arrest you. You want to talk about holding the police accountable? You know who's going to hold the police accountable? Not the handful of idiots roaming around with cameras, the general public. When they hear that a cop nabbed somebody that had an open warrant and then let him go because they didn't want to run him for warrants because they were scared that they might humiliate him on his YouTube channel if they ran their plates. You know what would happen to that cop, to the general public, found out that they let somebody go when they knew that they had him? Especially if it's someone... this is one of my favorite examples. This is one of my all-time favorite examples. I covered this video maybe a year ago. Some guy was driving. He got pulled over. And if you follow the Frauditor script and the sovereign citizen script and do things, if this stop would have taken place in the world they want, what would have happened was they would have pulled the guy over. He would have asked for his ID. The guy would have said, "Oh, I don't give ID." And then they would have said, "Oh, well, that's your right. I'm going to let you go because you have the right to do whatever you want as long as you're not physically in the process of hurting someone at the moment that I pulled you over." Right? Because that's ultimately the argument. Now, turns out that the cops didn't do that. The cops literally, by the numbers, did everything that these guys complain about cops doing. They ran the guy for warrants. They got ID from him, whether he liked it or not. They got his ID after arguing with him. They ran him for blah, blah, blah. The point is, if they did not point by point do every single thing that the frauditors and the anti-cop people in general say that the cops should never do, they would have never found the dead body in his trunk. Okay? But they did. Now, what would happen? You want to talk about holding cops accountable. What would happen in the general public if they found out that they pulled this guy over with a dead body in his trunk and let him go because they didn't want to hurt his fifis? Because they didn't want some idiot on the internet to call them tyrants. Because they didn't want some idiot on the internet to say something bad about. So they let this guy go. A murderer. Of course, everyone would be up in arms complaining, those dirty cops, they let that guy go. Why'd they let him go? So these scumbags, they want to live in a world where every cop lets everyone go unless they literally see him stabbing the guy. Then they can arrest him. You arrested me for swearing. So go to court, tell the judge what happened. If you're right and the cop's wrong, the judge will dismiss the case and everything will be done. I've said it before. It's like these guys don't even realize that they want to give the cops more power. They want the cops to be able to determine, to be the judge, the jury, and the executioner right there on the side of the road. They want to give the cops the power to determine guilt right there on the side of the road. That ain't the way it works. That's why you go to court and let the court decide. Cop stops you, writes you a ticket. You go to court, you fight the ticket. Ticket gets dismissed. You're done. What's the big deal? Oh, yeah, okay, maybe if you had to take a day off of work to go to court. Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh, but I ended up getting arrested. Oh, well, if you ended up getting arrested and all that, then there was something else going on. And it wasn't just you saying, ooh, you're mean to somebody. No, you pushed harder than that. And if you didn't, then you have a good argument. Again, you make that argument in court. I'm not saying that the cops are always right 100% of the time and the people are wrong. But what I'm saying is we have a judicial, you talk about the Constitution. The Constitution has the judicial system in it. It's all described right there. You go through the judicial system, you get it taken care of. If it doesn't work, if there's a problem, then now that's something that we can expose. Now that's something that we can have a real discussion about. Okay, what are we going to do to change the parts of the system that are wrong? What can we do to change the parts of the system that are weak? Standing on the corner, filming yourself, swearing at people isn't the process you go through to fix the actual problems that do exist. And that's a big thing. And like this troll that was in here earlier was saying, it's not like we're sitting, hello, Leland Squirrels, welcome to the show. What's up, Donna Ray, Highway Star, Cody, everyone. All right. It's not like Head-splaining 101, right? Oh, what's up, Florida Jim? I lost my train of thought derailed. I'm sorry. Let's go back to the show. It's just I get so frustrated with these. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah. It's like I was saying, like with that troll that was in here earlier. It seems like there's this idea on the frauditor side, on the sovereign citizen side, that people on our side don't see that there are problems in the system. There are. We're not denying that there are bad cops, that there are bad judges, that there are bad lawyers. We're not denying that there are corrupt people in the system. We're not denying that these things exist. The point we're trying to make that walking up to some random secretary at the DMV and cursing her out and making her cry for YouTube money isn't gonna fix that. Standing on the corner swearing at cops, telling them that they're pigs and calling them names isn't gonna fix that.
What is going to fix that is actually looking it up and seeing the problems that you might think is one or that other people think is one, and then tell somebody.
Right. You use the proper channels. You go through like I said yesterday with Audit Them and his FOIA requests all the time. He gets all this information. Does he actually use it to actually expose anything? No. He just does it because he can. Well, anybody can. Nicody says, you tell him, Minnie has. That's right. That's awesome. All right. Back to the video, guys.
Guy's deal, man.
Well, you know,
I'll talk to you, man. Listen, you just turn that off. And talk to me. I'm not.
No. I don't.
I'm not making you. I'm not making you a YouTube video. Thanks. No.
What?
I'll talk to you. I don't want to talk to a YouTube video.
Well, but then you're going to say things that I can't verify.
Dude, I'll talk to you. If you don't trust me, you got no business talking to me anyway. If you think I'm.
Well, why would I trust you when you already infringed on a citizen's rights already?
He infringed on your mate's rights the same way Cardi B's wet house pussy is the best way to launch a fucking satellite. Not fucking at all. Of course he's not going to turn his camera off to talk to you. Then he might miss out on that sweet YouTube money that he gets from the Frauditor furries that love jerking it to this type of stuff because they're not smart enough to be lot lizards. Fucking, why did they bring their dad anyway? The dude looks so old that his ball bag only shoots dust like a fucking broken vacuum. I think it's time for you to ask Billy Gay Cyrus in the cowboy hat to take you home so you can watch MASH with a fucking prune juice. The poor old fuck. Things haven't been going well for him ever since they shut down the old country buffet. So it's either yell at pigeons in the park or hang out with the anal bleach army.
Dude, it's that's a one-on-one
Why'd
conversation.
you still do that?
It's a one-on-one conversation.
Because you're
here.
tired?
You want to come in?
Sure.
Because you're trash? Yeah, you're supposed to do that to try to intimidate the public. That's all you did it for, you dumbass.
Well, you know, he's upset. I'm upset, but I have a cooler head. I have to. Okay.
But
so I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what happened with Cody.
No, I'm not. Listen, we have. It hasn't been adjudicated yet.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm not going to do that. About what went on over there. It's we will just need to.
Can you tell me if you believe that it was disorderly conduct?
Oh yeah. I would never arrest him if he wouldn't have been disorderly. Here, I'll show you the law on it if you like.
I've read the law extensively.
Okay, well,
I'm familiar with it.
Well, recite it to me.
I said I'm familiar with
Well,
it.
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
This is your job. You tell me about. You tell me.
Let's
about
pull it up. If you. Why don't you want to know the law?
I do know the law.
Okay. Well, let's look it up. Okay. But
So did you have any prior interactions with Mr. Duos or his brothers?
dude, I'm not here for your video, man. You turn your video, I'll talk to you. I don't listen. I'm not interested in you putting these out, trying to make money off of it or whatever it is y'all do.
This is more about accountability of public officials.
Yeah.
This isn't about trying to shame you. It's not. He is.
Yeah, he is for sure.
I assure you that. And honestly, if you give me a reason to not,
I don't know you guys from anybody. Like I'm like singling people out to try to mess with their lives. Dude,
well, that's the claim.
I know that's
the claim. So that's why I run Arkansas Transparency.
Okay.
I also run 50 Media.
Okay, so this is kind of your thing. Huh?
Yeah, and what I do is when people tell me that they believe their civil rights have been violated, and they can't get an attorney to help them.
Right, they can't get an attorney. I wonder why.
Oh, I like this cop. We should get a house together, Mr. Officer, and we can solve crosswords at breakfast time together because you, sir, are a fucking champion. There are some people born just so donkeys have things to kick, and then there are people like him born to teach this world that if they fuck around, then they are going to find out. I do love how he called out the civil rights retard on his knowledge of the law. He hasn't been challenged like that since the judge ordered him to stay 500 feet away from an aquarium. He fucking looks like a doll that lawyers would use when they ask kids to point out where they were touched on. He sounds depressed as well, and who can blame him? I mean, you would sound like this too if your victim's friend zoned you.
Well,
I just,
it's kind of a common theme in the 5th Judicial District.
Is it?
Oh yeah, and my videos show that.
Well, I mean, bring in an outside lawyer.
Well, that's, I mean, and that's what my position is to help citizens whose rights have, I believe, have been infringed upon, get the legal counsel that they deserve, or at least see that the departments that violate those civil rights do some corrective action to make sure it stops.
Yeah, and I'm I'll be real surprised if you don't edit this out, but Arkansas law 571-207-3 in a public place uses abusive or obscene language or makes an obscene gesture in a manner likely to provoke a violent or disorderly response.
So what was the obscene language that he used?
Listen, I'm not going into all that, but anyway,
you're saying obscene language on
571-207. You can Google it.
I Google it, and here's the thing. Like
anyway, you get
there we are. Yeah. This is Lillard. He cited the law based off what he read off the internet, but he clearly doesn't want to understand that what he did was illegal.
Listen here, you pole-smoking Papa Smurf. You want to have a sook like a toddler when you don't watch how high they can fucking jump about him reading the law off the internet. Where did you say that you saw the same law? The internet, you wrinkly sack of sadness. So stop pretending to be a hotshot fucking lawyer when you look like someone just told you that the Confederate Army lost. You look like the Hamburglar if he fucking retired. Check it out. In this freeze frame, he is showing you how he pulls off his gherkin squirtin' good buddies. Fucking poster boy for free euthanasia is just upset that the cop didn't want to swap roadkill recipes with him. To him, spam mail is just when his Meals on Wheels arrives.
Because the middle finger is not a threat of violence.
I'm muted. The nightcap is something else, man. His commentary, holy crap, Hammer Sandwich. Anyone who's been watching my show for a while knows I like to generally keep it PG, but he's definitely a hard R. Oh man, now I remember why I haven't showed one of his videos in a while. I love him, but let's see. Robert Custos is here. What's up? Of course, Roundup. I didn't say hello to Roundup. What's up, Frauditor Roundup?
What's in between PG-13?
In between PG-13 and R? Nothing. There's an in between PG and R, and that's PG-13. That's the in between is PG-13. Yeah. So from PG to R. In fact, in the old days there was no PG-13, and I just found this out recently. When they filmed Jaws, those of you who know that movie, there's a scene where the kid is like, he's on like the little raft, you know, and then like the camera's on the beach and Brody's looking out over the water. And then you just see like the tail, like a little bit of the shark's tail. And then you see like the kid like, and then they show like some blood and then everybody panics and runs and freaks out. And I guess when he originally filmed that scene, they actually show the shark eat the kid. And because of that, the studio was going to give Jaws a hard R, and Spielberg backed off because he wanted the PG, so it could be more, accessible to general public. So I don't know if it would have been better or worse with that, but I just found that out. Yeah. But yeah, then they invented PG-13 because there were some movies where it was a little bit extreme, but not quite extreme enough for R, they thought. So they invented the PG-13 as the go-between. I went to an aquarium once and I left very quickly. There's something fishy about that place. That's awesome. Jaws was supposed to be rated R, but Spielberg edited the movie to be PG so kids could watch it. Exactly. Yep. Let's see. Blackheart Knight. Hey, what's up? Great to see you, buddy. Always good to have you here. Let's see. I saw Jaws in 5th grade. Oh yeah, I've been watching Jaws my whole life. Like I can barely remember a time. I mean, I know there is because the movie came out after I was born, but like I barely remember a time in my life where I wasn't aware of the movie Jaws. Like I was always aware of Jaws. What's another one? Jaws. I remember in 1980. I have no idea what movie I went to see, but I remember the trailer because it scared the crap out of me when I was a little kid, and it blew my mind, and I'll never forget it. I went to the movie theater with my parents. I don't know what we saw. I think it was the re-release of Peter Pan at the time before VHS, and they always had the Disney Vault was a big deal. But I don't know. Maybe they showed trailers for anything back then. Now they show trailers that are only appropriate to the movie you're seeing. That's why, I can't remember. Did I really go to see a kids movie and they played this trailer? I don't remember. But I know it was 1980 because the movie came out in 1980, so it had to be 79 or 80. I just remember the elevator doors open and the blood comes out. The trailer for The Shining. I just remember seeing that as a little kid in the movie theater, and it's scaring the bejesus out of me. I was just sitting there. I'll never forget that because that left a scar on my brain as a little kid. That trailer scared the crap out of me. And I didn't see that movie until I was a little bit older. Now it's one of my favorite movies. I've seen it 100 times. But when I was a kid, I was like, what the hell?
You're just expecting a cute little trailer with an elevator.
Yeah, I didn't know that blood was going to, and the fact that now, later, I found out they used real blood. I saw it in the theater in the first run. Holy crap! That had to be something else, man. Seeing The Shining in the theater when it was new. Woo wee! See, they don't do. It's not like that anymore. Even I remember, probably the most recent thing would be the Avengers. But even that, I remember when Home Alone first came out. When it first came out, I was in the theater and there were literally people falling out of their chairs laughing. Nowadays, you can watch the greatest, funniest thing and everyone is just sitting there, maybe looking at their phones until something happens and then they look at the screen again. And then when the movie's over, everyone just leaves and you don't hear a sound. Even if they like the movie. There's no clapping anymore. There's no laughing out loud. Hey, I felt that with Avatar when I saw it with my kids. It was such an epic feel. Yes, exactly. There's certain movies that have that movie magic, But it seems less and less appealing. Less and less common. My friend was so scared by Jaws it took him 2 weeks just to get back on the toilet. The Little Mermaid was horrifying. Well, I mean, if you consider the fact that she was a teenager, it was her 15th birthday or something like that at the beginning of the movie. I honestly never saw The Shining. The elevator scene is the only thing I know. Yeah, and that's a hallucination. That's one of the things that's great about that movie too, is that the trailer shows the elevator scene, which is I mean, it's in the movie, but it's not something that happens in the movie. It's a hallucination that the kid has because he's shining. He has the shining. Yeah. I don't always tell dad jokes, but when I do, he usually laughs. Man, that man. I was supposed to be the guy from the Most Interesting Guy in the World commercials, but instead, I think I sounded more like a really bad Bela Lugosi. I am here to suck your blood. Blah, Yeah, what about I don't always tell dad jokes, but when I do, he usually laughs. All right. Avatar in 3D. Yes. Actually seeing Avatar in the theater when it first came out was a big deal. I was there. I saw it with the 3D glasses. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty intense. What was funny about the movie Avatar, though, and I think this is why Avatar 2 wasn't the big, huge, insane thing that people thought it was going to be, at least for me, when I saw it in the theater with the 3D and the 3D glasses, it was the most amazing thing ever. And then when it came out on DVD and I just watched the DVD in 2D, I was like, oh, well, this movie's kind of crap. I think the special effects in the 3D was what made it, and then you watch it in 2D and it's like, whatever. I wasn't impressed. But I was when I saw it in the theater. Chuck, what's up? Did I say hello to you? Let's see. Finished watching all of the Maze Runner last week. What's that movie? Now you got me thinking of Logan's Run. Yeah. Using a blow-up sheep makes it a prank channel. Okay, back to the video, ladies and gentlemen, because he is writing on the screen about I was afraid that the cop was going to take his blow-up sheep. What a scumbag. And this is the guy who's admitting he has a blow-up sheep, and he's putting it on his YouTube channel. Like, what the hell?
Saying all day long to a police officer, and they can do nothing to you because that's constitutionally protected free speech. Now, if I say, I'm going to kick your ass, that's different. But if I say, F you, that's also different. I can say, F you all day long to a cop, and they can do nothing. So this cop is a tyrant, and he doesn't know the Constitution.
He drove over there to go check the tags on my truck.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah.
He just came out, got in his car just to drive over there to go look at your tags and come back. He did that.
What is that, harassment?
That's intimidation tactics for sure.
Doesn't sound like to me.
That's the second time today he has went out of his way to go find your truck to go with you.
Right.
Second time today.
That's why I would like him to come say something to me so I can tell him that the assault charges I hope are fixing to get filed on his ass. But we'll see. There's a lot of people that have been having problems with them.
Yeah, I don't
really saying anything about it.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me, dude. He's a dumbass.
You got a little taste of how he is.
No, he wants to know.
I'm curious.
They arrest people for saying the F word. So I'm showing him it's completely legal. And then he tried to get in my face and wanted me to fight him.
Oh,
So,
I was just curious. I haven't had a pleasant experience with the marshals.
you've never had a pleasant? Really?
Not like last year, but other than that. So
That's
I'm
what
just
happens.
curious
Yep.
as to what.
It's because they're scum. Yeah, they're about to be outed.
Well,
You have a great day. Yeah, thank you. All right. I need to do some breathing. I need to calm down again. I get worked up.
No profanity. That offends me.
Fucking with the amount of facial hair, flannelette shirts, hats and builder's gloves on them, I'm really wondering what time the Klan rally starts. So on top of being an A-grade drip of dingo piss, this couldn't get a job at KFC Duck Dynasty looking motherfucker is also a future waste of a headstone. You're gonna out the cops, are ya? You dirty goat fucker. The only thing that is out is your love of anime tentacle porn, and the only reason that's well known is because you fucked that octopus the other week. See what happens when you boycott Budweiser? Did you and the rest of the lupus lumberjacks outside come up with this idea when you pushed your trailers together? Or was this a spur of the moment type thing? And I fucking bet that you clean the bathrooms at truck stops in return for glory hole time, don't ya? Don't you, you dirty fuck? Fucking just upset that the kid that you were grooming turned out to be a midget and there was no taking him to the movies for half price, was there? Actually, I took Natalie Portman to the movies the other day. Here I am trying to watch Den of Thieves 2 when she's trying to give me the Goo Gun special. I told her, I said, Natalie, just let me see Gerald Butler kick ass for 2 hours and you can have all of the 3 C's you can handle. That's the certified captain cock, by the way. But she couldn't wait, and I had to fuck her right there and then, and I missed most of the movie. So, Gerald Butler, you owe me $15 fucking dollars, mate.
I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, well, no, do you want to learn something?
It offends me.
Hey,
not while I'm looking
look
at it.
up.
Offends me.
Okay, then don't look at it.
Are offending.
Here you go. I got it down so you can't see it. Are you okay? So look up Cohen versus California on your computer.
I don't have time to do that. I'm trying to.
Well, then you'll see what I'm doing completely legal, and you being offended doesn't stop it from being legal. So I'm just trying to teach you something. It's completely legal to have this in here. It's a Supreme Court case rule called Cohen versus California. Look it up. You've never seen a swear word before? You ever seen a rated R movie?
You're making me feel very uncomfortable.
Have you ever seen a rated R?
Afraid.
Have you seen a rated R movie?
Listen, hey, they're not law enforcement. They do nothing, man. Y'all can do that to me all you want, but don't come up here.
I wasn't doing anything to her.
Don't harass us.
I wasn't.
Are they making y'all uncomfortable?
Yes, they're scaring me.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything.
Right, yeah. Here you go.
I wanted to say this is it ties in with the point in the comment, and that's why I left the comment on the screen. It just proves that saying F you to a citizen is cowardly because they know they can get away with it if they say it to a cop. And that's the whole thing all the way from the bottom to the top, right? Like, there it is. Like, they go up to cops and swear at them and harass them because they know that when you work for the government, you're not a human being anymore. You're not allowed to have feelings or thoughts or ideas anymore. You're just an automaton that's specifically designed by the government to stand there and be berated and swore at and not react. And if you do have any other reaction than that, you deserve to be punished and destroyed. Like, what? Like, I don't understand where this mentality comes from that, if you're talking to somebody that works for the government, the fact that they work for the government means that they specifically want you to treat them like dirt or they would have never took that job. Like, wait a minute. See, my whole life growing up, getting a government job was like, hey, you want to make good money? You want a job that might have a pension, that has benefits? You want to do something, good for your family, for your life? Get a government job if you can. Try to get a government job. These guys are like, government job means, it doesn't mean that I want good pay. It doesn't mean that I want a good pension. It doesn't mean that I want good benefits. It doesn't mean that I want to provide for my family. For some reason, there's this mentality that having a government job means I want you to swear at me and berate me and beat me and treat me like dirt. And that's why I signed the contract, so that you'll come in here someday and treat me like crap, and I have to sit there and smile and take it. Yes, please, sir. Please swear at me more. Please keep whipping me and beating me. Please humiliate me on your YouTube channel, please. Otherwise, I wouldn't have signed up for this job if I didn't want you to do that to me. Like, I don't understand how these people got this belief in their heads. Like, where did this idea come from? Where did this idea originate? And how did it become so popular amongst these frauditors? This idea that if you sign up for a government job, the fact that you signed up for that job in and of itself proves that you want to be treated like dirt. You don't like it, get a job in the private sector. You don't like it, don't work for the government. You have to like it. You have to take their berating and their beatings and like it and smile and nod and say, thank you, I'm a piece of crap. I deserve to die. Say F you to me, offend me. I'm not allowed to get offended. I'm not allowed to have feelings because I took a government job. I turned off my soul when I took the job. These people turned off their soul when they decided to become frauditors and treat people like dirt. And again, who do they target? They target people that they know can't fight back, people that are at work. I have the right to film you while you're in the course of your duties. In other words, I know you're not going to do anything to me because you're at work. So I'm going to mess with you when you can't fight back. And then these people who go out on the streets and harass random people, and then the random people stand up to them, and then they call us, oh, you guys love violence. Oh, you guys love... No. But when these guys go out on the street and do this to random people, what do you think's going to happen? Eventually, they're going to get the wrong one. They're going to FAFO. That's what's going to happen. I agree with you on that. Gelt Boy told me to my face that since I work for the government, I'm not allowed to have a YouTube channel. I have no idea where he got that. See? Exactly. Here's Blackheart Knight saying it for real because he's in, with the school thing or whatever, whatever he's said on his before what, but I don't want to talk about like what he does in real life, but the information he's given is he government employee, right? Oh, you can't be a government employee and have a YouTube channel. That's not legal. It's not. Show me where it says that. And I love like even the one just now. Well, that's in the Constitution. Really? I read the First Amendment. It said that Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech, religion, protest, or speech, religion. Anyway, the five points of the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law that would abridge this, and this. That's what it says. But these guys just now, he just said it. He just said it. It's in the Constitution. Oh, so according to you, the First Amendment says that if someone works for the government, you are allowed to treat them like dirt and berate them and insult them and harass them and humiliate them on your YouTube channel for money. That's in the First Amendment. What are you talking about? It's not. You're just literally pulling that out of your butthole and throwing it at the wall to see if it'll stick. Frauditors shouldn't talk about the Constitution because they actually support is a system of anarchy. Yes, exactly. They don't want constitutional rights. That's why I say all the time.
Constitutional rights is what makes the rights we have now.
Yes, right.
If we didn't have the Constitution, then I would probably already be dead.
Well, I don't know about that, but it wouldn't be good. Whatever system we'd be living under, it definitely would be different than this. But this country being what it is, who knows in history where it would have led. But that is a good question. Maybe it would make an interesting story and write a short story based on that idea. If we didn't win the Revolutionary War, what would have happened? Because when you look at what happened with the rest of Europe, we probably would have followed suit with, like the UK, because we were part of them, and then Canada and France, I don't know. And Napoleon might have had a lot more to do with it. Who knows? Try to imagine different ideas, thinking of history, like, oh, you could come up with all kinds of stuff. Like, if we were losing the revolution, like would we have been part of England like, okay, then we would have followed suit with what they did, right? But then you could start playing games with your history, like, okay, when you look at where they are now and where we are now, how much of that came from us influencing them? How much of that came from them influencing us? Like, would we have still done the cotton gin and, all of the things that we did that led to the Industrial Revolution that were invented in America would have still been invented if we were under the rule of what would have been the king at the time? I don't know. I mean, you could think all kinds of stuff and come up with all kinds of story ideas based on that. I figured out, do you know where they wrote, it was on the back page, better get Nicolas Cage to watch it. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Yes, Nicolas Cage has to find the back of the Constitution and get the secret writing on there that says that if you're a cop, if you work for the government, it's in the Constitution. If you work for the government, you are supposed to be treated like dirt and abused verbally and posted all over the internet for the whole world to be humiliated in public. I guess the equivalent back then would be the stocks, right? Like you put someone in the town square and you put them in the stocks and people walk past and they just know if you're in the stocks that you're a criminal. So they spit on you and they throw rotten fruit at you and they can pee on you and do whatever they want. And you're in the stocks and there's nothing you can do about it except for enjoy getting beat on. I guess that's what these people want to do. They want to bring that back. If you work for the government, that means you're volunteering to be put in the stocks, right? Because they didn't have YouTube back then. So how did you publicly humiliate people back in those days? They got rid of the stocks because public humiliation was considered, cruel and unusual punishment. But these guys, they think it's standard practice, I'm going to publicly humiliate you on my YouTube channel. That's fine.
All that's fine about that is literally
right.
there's nothing.
Okay, so Nope Gen X says he thinks that it would have been a Spanish invasion and ultimately Germany would have won World War II. America would have been invaded by Germany and who knows what would have happened after that. Yeah, it'd be nuts. Pee on you, that's extra cost. When you're in the stocks, yeah. Anyway, that's hilarious. I'm sorry. Now I'm reading because you guys are coming up with some good stuff. So I think let's see. Oh, it's 7:08. It's almost time for the cupcake happy dance. All right. All right, let's watch a couple more minutes of this video and then we'll do the cupcake dance and we'll wrap it up. I gotta go take him to school, gotta go to work. Oh man, you guys are awesome. I've been having a lot of fun just hanging out with you guys in the chat. You guys have been saying some really fun stuff this time. Let's go.
Let's roll.
Listen, Cohen versus California.
They're trying to work in here. They're trying to work in here.
Cohen, do not touch me.
Wait, dude,
not touch me. Cohen versus California was inside City Hall. That's what I'm doing.
Well, go do it in California, man.
No, that's a Supreme Court case rule for the whole United States, bro. Okay. Don't touch me. Get the out of my face, too.
Dude, okay, see, that's what just got this last guy.
Do it.
In jail.
Do it.
I mean, we got ladies here that are not law enforcement.
It doesn't matter. It's free speech, bro. Freedom. Learn it. It's freedom. Get out of people's face. You're making a bigger scene than I ever was. Get out of here.
You're up here harassing these ladies.
I wasn't. I walked in and she freaked out. Otherwise, I wasn't going to say anything to her. She freaked out. All I was trying to say nicely, I said, look up Cohen versus California nicely.
Is this what you need to have meaning in your life, really?
Freedom, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Is this your idea of
freedom? I need freedom. Well, when I see someone like you taking it away from people,
this is the reason when people lose their freedoms. It's because they don't.
No, because people like you. Because people like you. If you didn't step in, we'd have no issue here. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. You are the reason I'm here.
No, look, you'd be doing
You're the reason
doing
I'm
it
here.
somewhere else.
You-
Okay, you'd be doing
if they did what you did, I will be. I sure will. Don't touch me. Get out of my face. Stop touching me.
How
It's
about,
on
how, about
5
if you, how about if
cameras.
you just step back a little
How about
bit?
you? Stop getting in my face.
Dude, I can get anywhere. I can
If
get
you
as close
kiss
as I
me,
want.
I'll make out with you so much harder than you make out with me. I will give you so much tongue if you do. Come here, baby. Come here, handsome.
Touch me.
Give me a kiss.
Fucking practicing for prison, I can see. Yes, the Cohen case says profanity and offensive signs are protected, etc. But numbnuts, your shower spit sharing buddy over there wasn't arrested for that. He was arrested for disorderly conduct, which fucking include obscene gestures and abusive language, which is what you are doing, you stupid fuck. You can say fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuckity, fuck all day long if you want, but as soon as you say fuck you to someone, well, welcome to Disorderlyville, fuckstain. You can't just stand around saying fuck you and fuck you and fuck you all afternoon and harass people in a government building and not expect the cop to try and shut the shit down. Okay, the cop has walked into your fuckwit trap and is now getting worked up a little bit. I put that down to the fact that the city of Dover has a population under 1,500, so dealing with knuckle fucks isn't a daily activity for him. But 2 things. The cop has had shits bigger than you, and 2, he is still law enforcement. So when it comes crunch time, one of you will be in cuffs. And newsflash, cum stain, it ain't gonna be him. Fucking no doubt you don't get the ads about hot singles in your area wanting to meet, do ya? I bet you get the ones about attractive barn animals, though, don't you?
Give me a little kiss. You loser.
I told you to leave me alone.
I do. You guys ain't intimidating.
Hey, guess what?
We're not here to intimidate. We're here
No,
I-
you may not.
we're here to educate.
Why did you arrest him? Hey, well, why did you arrest him? Hey, Dillard, why'd you arrest him?
Why was I arrested?
Why was he arrested?
Was it the word?
Was it the word?
Was it the word?
It wasn't the word, was it?
Was it the word?
It was.
Okay.
Oh, it was.
Ain't that a son?
It was the word.
Hey, make yourself at home. Have a seat.
Oh my God, you must be so embarrassed right now. How embarrassing this must be for you.
Humiliated.
I think he's calling his boss.
Oh, that'd be cool. Please do. I'll wait for him.
Yeah, I only want to talk to Josh.
I told you, make sure this is what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I want at least.
Josh is a family friend, by the way.
I want at least a tit's worth out of it.
I told you I was not the one to let it go.
Difference between this right here, the subdivision between these 2 parts.
The carpet to the.
And you heard him. He said, take a seat and make ourselves at home. That's what he said. So we aren't told to leave.
So I missed some stuff.
He said, take a seat and hey, make yourself at home. That's what Captain Lillard just said to us.
Just give me a quick recap on. So I came in and he was up in your face. What happened?
So I came in with a sign and I don't even get through the front door. And the lady that we got our FOIA from, or we submitted to, she freaks out. That's about where you came in, as he's in my face still. He's wanting to give me a kiss. I almost got one from him. I'm getting a kiss before I leave. Mark my words, I will get a kiss. If I don't get a kiss, if I don't get one kiss from him, I'm going to go home and cry.
I'm gonna sit down and take a while.
You said sit down. Maybe.
Calling Jeff Phillips. Maybe I should give Jeff a call.
The sheriff's here.
Fucking lucky he's wearing his brown pants, because he would have squirted with pleasure thinking about kissing that cop. I fucking love, despite their own video evidence, they are still trying to finger paint their own story about what's going on. Remember the good old days where we used to just lock crazy people away and zap their brains back to default setting? And now we've got this fucking new breed of crazy that we all have to deal with. They're the ones that go around filming law enforcement and thinking they're king shit. But as soon as someone steals their SpongeBob porn parody DVDs, who do they call? Well, first they call their mum, obviously, and then she calls the cops for them. And hang on a minute, isn't using your dick as a lightsaber fight club about to start soon? It's probably best that you get some White Castle and White Claws and mosey on down there, eh? Fucking carrying on like being the best speller in spastic class is noteworthy. $50 these blokes take off their shirts when they drunkenly wrestle at a barbecue, but still keep them on when they go swimming. Well, I think they've edged this long enough because we know where this video is headed, don't we, folks? So why don't we hold hands together and watch him play our favourite game, Fuck Around, and find out.
Oh, cool, they are? All right, let me go outside and talk to him. So he calls the sheriff on us? Thank you.
The sheriffs have a conflict of interest.
They do?
Yeah.
Why?
They say that their departments work together, so it's a conflict of interest for them to get involved. This is why they would not send an officer over here to help. But they took my complaint themselves.
Can you start that over again?
So they have they say that it's a conflict of interest between their two departments because they work together. So they told me that's why they couldn't send an officer over here to help me or assist me in anything paperwork I had to file.
Thank you. All right, what's your name?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, well, put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Oh,
Disorderly. You get what you wanted.
How am I disorderly? How am I disorderly? How am I disorderly?
Y'all get premium YouTube.
How am I disorderly?
Huh? Using foul language in public
I'm
place.
allowed to, dude.
Yeah, okay, well, I just talked to the prosecutor. He feels different.
Well, he doesn't know. And you're about to get yourself a lot of trouble, brother.
Well, gladly. There you go. There you go.
The prosecutor
Huh?
will be in the same boat as you. Hey, you might want to be a little more chill on him. Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you're not gonna do that. All right? You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. You just shoved me in the doorway. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, you're out. Dude, we're doing middle of arrest. You guys ain't getting up here in the middle while I'm trying to work. Get out the door now.
I ain't outside the door. I'm outside the door.
Now you guys get out. I've had enough. Hey, don't out. Come on. Listen, I'm trying to work here.
You ain't working.
Dude, back off.
Justin, request medical.
There is something so fucking satisfying about seeing a cock trumpet like him get what he is asking for. If you wind this video back a few seconds, you will see how he used the door frame bump as a good reason to elbow the cop in the ribs, so that's why the cop uses his face to wash the window. And it was a smart tactical move too, because he has 4 other threats still lurking behind him. So he drops dumb cunt 1 to the ground and he pushes the mob of mama boys straight outside. And instead of doing anything constructive, they all just stand there filming. Why didn't your human rights civil Superman of a lawyer back you up? Oh, that's because he's as weak as a pensioner's prostate. Yeah, fair enough. The reason women cover their drink commandos wouldn't even know how to fight a wet fart, let alone a person. One of them might, but he's already battling arthritis, and unless there's a fucking musket involved, he's no good to anyone.
Request medical. Request medical. Don't say a word. Not another word.
Yeah.
Back up.
The Dover's fixing to be on, brother. I told you not to mess with me. Hope y'all ready for that one. I want your phone too, ma'am. You did that on while you was on duty.
I got his phone. I guess I'll just give it to him. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Peaceful. No following, screaming in cars.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep it peaceful.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So I just reported an assault to the Polk County Sheriff, and he drove away. So the random patriot just got arrested.
I see you busted lip, brother. I believe you. I hope you got videos in the back.
He choked me inside.
I believe he did, brother. I got you.
He choked my neck. Inside, he choked me.
I see the red marks.
He threw me down and choked me. I swear to God.
I see the red marks. You might want to start that car up this time, not walk away from it.
I'm winning. I'm winning.
Justin, show me your lip. Show me your lip. Show me your lip. He lost qualified immunity. You know that.
What did he just say? I mean, like, we could go back and like, I mean, we don't have time now. It's time for the cupcake dance already. Let's go. All right. Okay. Ole, all right. All right. Mr. Thomas, the channel is The Nightcap. The dude who does the commentary is the captain of The Nightcap. But let me go ahead and grab a link for The Nightcap. One of the things about that video is that excuse me. We could go back and forth. You know, we could go back and analyze that video and see if he elbowed the cop while the cop was pushing him in, or if that was excessive force or whatever. That's a whole nother argument. And if the cop's wrong in that situation, he's wrong. I'm not going to take the cop's side. You know, just the first time I saw it, you know, I don't know. I'd have to look back at it again. But what got me was at the end when the Frauditor was in the cop car and he says to the cop, like a little bit away from the camera, the cop's telling him, like, well, you did this, and that's why I arrested you. And he goes, right, and you bought right into it like an idiot. So in other words, he's saying, yes, I did the whole thing to bait you into a lawsuit. That was the whole point, and you took the bait. It's like he's saying flat out, like, hey, you guys are just poking the bear until it swats. Well, of course we are, and you gave us the stick. Ha, 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 ha. They're proud of it. They admit it openly. It's not a secret. Scumbags, just for the sake of being scum. All right, we love Cupcake. It's the Cupcake Happy Dance. Yes, yes, we had a lot of fun today, as we do every day. I feel so much better. I'm still, you know, not 100%, and it's so cold that I'll probably be sick again tomorrow. But for now, I'm okay. Thank you guys for joining me. I love you guys. You're the best fans in the world. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.